What's going on? Y'all know what it is. We in here. Let me get a little music or something for you. Yeah, there we go. So today we talking about the subject that everybody hates to talk about, but we're gonna tackle it, and we bought reinforcements. So this is Critical Race Theory 101 with the special guest, Professor Nightfall. Go ahead. We well actually we gonna go. We finna show y'all something special because this one is an on code episode. So get ready. Strap in your seatbelts and all of that because it's going down. Y'all actually gonna learn something today on the Keep It P podcast. Let's go. Yeah. So listen here. This is the Keep It P podcast where we take news, situations, everyday occurrences, and indeed we show how one could have and could not have keeping it P. And I'm not trying to tell you what to think. I'm trying to show you how to think, and I'm also trying to put y'all on too. So in doing that, I introduce to y'all Professor Nightfall. Go ahead and bust it down. Tell them who you is, how you got to this channel, what this is all about, and then we're gonna drop this amazing story that you got.
Yo, B1, FBA, much love, peace, blessings, and aloha to all of y'all. We gonna do this a little bit old school out here. I got the cigarette dangling right here because I'm old.
That's right, boy. That's right now, boy.
Just got to talk to you like that right there.
That ain't nothing but an alternator now,
right
boy.
there now.
It ain't nothing but an alternator, boy.
Yeah, but anyway, we gonna do it with the Keep It P CRT 101 class for this Saturday. And today we're gonna be talking about a case that most of you may have heard of, but I bet most of you have not. And it's called the Scottsboro Boys. This was a case that happened back in the 1930s of 9 African American boys ages 13 to 20 who were arrested, accused, tried, and convicted in the state of Alabama of raping two PC little white girls by the name of Ruby Bates and Victoria Price.
Wow.
Now, these people actually were sitting here on a train going through Memphis, Tennessee. And once it was found out that Ruby Bates and Victoria Price were actually riding for free, something they call hoboing back in the days, they told the authorities that, these 9 boys had sat there and accosted them. Well, believe it or not, all of them were thrown in prison, all of them faced lynch mobs, and all of them were tried in a court of law in the state of Alabama, 1930s United States.
Hey, and y'all, he actually provided me with one of the best stories. Shout out to this brother and his channel. Hold on real quick. This brother's name is Teaching Black History. I want y'all to go over to Teaching Black History, subscribe to his channel, hit the like button on this joint. Fair use, but we want to use this because he eloquently broke this down. This page was created to teach Black history. Unfortunately, the American educational system was designed to exclude our real history accounts so that we are here to dismantle it. It is time to enlighten those of us.
Why y'all be promoting other black stations on your program? Why y'all be doing that?
Because we show love.
Stations.
Because we show love. That's what we do.
But y'all ain't in competition with each other?
No, we don't do that over here.
CRT is American history, whether you like it or whether you don't. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but it's always truth.
And with that being said, let's go ahead and roll this little feature segment that we got here, because y'all should actually like this. I'm gonna put this on the summer jam real quick. All right, y'all, without further ado, and we'll bust out with the commentary, but I want y'all to hear this story because it captivated me, and I think y'all should like it too. Let's go.
Let go.
This page was created to teach Black history. Unfortunately, the American educational system was designed
Can
to
y'all hear that?
real historical account. So we are here to dismantle. It's time to enlighten those of us who have
y'all can hear it.
I am a black man who didn't know
I can
enough
hear
about my own history.
Okay,
So
cool.
I began to dig deeper and do my own research. Black history is American history, so I want people of all races and cultures to join together to learn our history as one. Here, I will share all of my findings. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe to Teaching Black History.
No, yeah, fair use.
The Scottsboro Boys. The Scottsboro Boys were 9 African-American teenagers, ages 13 to 20, accused in Alabama of raping 2 white women in 1931. The landmark set of legal cases from this incident dealt with racism and the right to a fair trial. The cases included a lynch mob before the suspects had been indicted. All white juries rushed trials and disruptive mobs. It is commonly cited as an example of a miscarriage of justice in the United States legal system. On March 25, 1931, 24 people were hoboing on a freight train traveling between Chattanooga and Memphis, Tennessee. The hobos being an equal mix of black and whites. A group of white teenage boys saw 18-year-old Haywood Patterson on the train and attempted to push him off the train, claiming that it was a white man's train.
Wow.
A group of whites gathered rocks and attempted to force all of the black men from the train. Patterson and the other black passengers were able to ward off the group. The humiliated white teenagers jumped or were forced off the train and reported to the city sheriff that they had been attacked by a group of black teenagers.
Oh, wow.
The sheriffs deputized a posse, stopped and searched the train at Paint Rock, Alabama, and arrested the black Americans. 2 young white women were also taken to jail, where they accused the African-American teenagers of rape.
So to put salt in the wound, huh? Dang. I'm sorry. You got to break it up a little bit for the fair use and all that.
Got to.
But all I'm saying is, dang. So y'all try to make them jump to their death off the back of a train. This is not funny. But you make them jump to the death. Oh, you just throw in rape too. They had raped me too. Nah. Dang.
The case was first heard in Scottsboro, Alabama in 3 rush trials in which the defendants received poor legal representation. All but 13-year-old Roy Wright were convicted of rape and sentenced to death. The common sentence in Alabama.
Dang. So this is genocide, basically.
Just right to death.
Yeah, do not pass go. Don't serve 30 years. Straight to death. No life on death. What happened to parole? What was that? Parole to death row or something like that? What happened to that? We murking you right away, huh?
Alabama at the time for black men convicted of raping white women, even though there was no medical evidence indicating that rape had taken place.
That's another reason why we need our checks.
Sound like comedy to me.
I mean, every story you hear like this, it's like blatant. Well, it wasn't no evidence. There wasn't no witnesses and all, but they did get convicted of life and got executed. Like, what?
Right.
So ain't no compensation for that? That's atrocities, man. That's genocide, dude. We'll skip a little bit ahead and hold on, because they give you a nice description here. All right.
That African Americans had to be included on juries and ordered retrials. Charges were finally dropped for 4 of the 9 defendants. Sentencing for the rest ranged from 75 years to death. All but 2 served prison sentences. All were released or escaped by 1946. In 1936, one of the boys, Ozzie Powell, was shot in the face and permanently disabled.
Damn.
During an altercation with a sheriff's deputy in prison, and later pleaded guilty to assaulting the deputy. 2 escaped, were later charged with other crimes, convicted and sent back to prison. Clarence Norris, the oldest defendant, and the only one sentenced to death in the final trial, jumped parole.
Was it tight on a Negro's ass or what? Damn. Can you? Ain't no just living. You got to go to prison. You loitering. That's where loitering laws came from. That's what they used to use to throw most people in jail back in the day. It's loitering laws. Just being out in the open. Oh, you're looking like you're hanging out. Oh, it's 3 of y'all. It's a gang. It's a mob. You're going down.
Absolutely.
In 1946 and went into hiding. He was found in 1976 and paroled by Governor George Wallace, by which time the case had been thoroughly analyzed and shown to be an injustice. Norris later wrote the book,
how long did it take?
Shown to be an injustice. He was found in 1976 and paroled by
76.
Dang.
Come on, man.
Y'all do the math on that now. The original trial started back in 31. He didn't get paroled till 76.
How's your mathematics there, boy?
That is ridiculous, dude. Come on.
juries. Black Americans in Alabama had been disenfranchised since the late 19th century and were likewise not allowed on juries. The case has been explored in many works of literature, music, theater, film, and television. On November 21st, 2013, Alabama's parole board voted to grant pardons to the 3 Scottsboro Boys who had not been pardoned or had been voted to grant pardons. On November 21st, 2013,
Dang!
From the 70s to 2013, Jack?
Hold on, from the 30s, P. Almost
There's
100
some
years,
peoples
bro.
out there.
Yeah, that's like 100, almost 100 years, B. That is ridiculous. Oh, I guess the rest is just music and credits. Okay, so we did it. We actually got through it. That was that. That man. That's another reason why I thank you for sharing this story with us, brother. Because I never knew about this one. This
Yeah.
is not anything that they teach in history and in
Oh, of
school.
course. And here's something else that you kind of skipped over during that.
Okay.
One of the girls, the accusers, Ruby Bates, she recanted in court and said that them boys never did nothing to her. They still convicted them dudes. So, boom.
Dang.
What's up, Mom? Keeping it P up in here, learning something. Did you hear? Have you ever heard about the this story, Mom? Because I never did. This is the type of history they keep hitting. I guess since what we only 10 minutes in, you had another story that we can learn about.
I did. We gonna double dip today now, y'all. Give y'all a little extra homework tonight as well. So go ahead and break open your hymnals.
Now
We gonna learn about the USS Mason.
They getting a double dose now. A little double dose on now. Now we talking about the Mason now. Hold on, I had that article pulled up actually already. Hold on real quick. Yeah, buddy. Here,
why are you pulling that up? I'm just gonna talk about myself for a quick second.
Go ahead, brother. Let them know something now. Go ahead now.
Regardless of what you may see in the recruiting brochures, Black folks have actually served in every single major war that the United States has ever participated in. That's going all the way back from the Revolutionary War up to Iraq. Just so you know, me personally, I spent 10 of them things riding the boat. So this one kind of gets a little personal to me. And what we gonna learn about today, y'all, is the USS Mason, DE 529.
Oh, and could you tell them a little something about the Mason? Hold on, I got a picture of the Mason boys. Hold on now. We gonna show the Mason crew and what they really do. Cause I want them to learn something now today. Now we gonna take them to the mountaintops today. Now that's where they going. Them boys you talking about now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is that the boys? Boy.
They some sharp now. They sharp now. Is what they is now. Now what? Tell them a little something about the boy while I pull up the article now.
All right, going all the way back to World War II, there was this thing known as the Battle of the Atlantic.
All right.
The Battle of the Atlantic now had German U-boats known as the Kriegsmarine going around sinking all these supplies that the United States and Canada were sending over there to them European boys over in England. Well, they weren't getting all the supplies, so the U.S. Navy decided to intervene. One of the ways that they did that was they began sending a military convoy with all of their transport ships. Now, during that time, the Germans were still sinking a whole lot of ships, up until the time the United States came up with the combat destroyer. The combat destroyer then turned into the destroyer escort, which is what the designation DE actually stands for. Amazingly enough, back in 1941, the NAACP was actually doing their job.
All right.
They sent a letter to then President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who was looking at all these white boys sitting there getting killed and figuring, hey, we need to sit up here and beef up our U.S. Navy. So he decided to put a whole bunch of throwaway black men onto the destroyer 529 there, boy. And don't you know that once they joined that fleet, they never lost another transport.
Oh, hold on now. You talking about the 529? Is that the 529 right there?
The 529.
Is that what you're talking about now?
Yes, sir, there, boy.
Y'all see that now? Y'all, that the 529 is what it speak of now. Just a little vessel down there doing its thing. The
Just
little
a little
internet,
bit down
the
there.
internet could there. You know. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see what it say. Say Newton Henry Mason. 24 December 1918, May 1942 was decorated U.S. States Navy fighter pilot who was killed in action in the Battle of the Coral Sea. Mason was born in New York City on the 24th of November 1918 and enlisted as a seaman in the United States Naval Reserve on the 7th of November 1940 and on the 10th of February 1941, and was appointed an aviation cadet assigned to the U.S. Navy Fighting Squadron 3, VF-3, aboard the craft carrier USS Saratoga as a gunman, F-4F Wildcat fighter pilot. September 1941, he reported the VF-3 while it was stationed at the Marine Corps Air Station, EWA, territory of Hawaii. In January 1942, after Saratoga had been damaged by a Japanese submarine torpedo, later assigned to fight the Squadron 2 VF-2, assigned Mason's first only aerial combat occurred during the Battle of Coral Sea on May 8th, 1942, when he disappeared during an action which Imperial Japanese naval aircrafts and was declared missing in action, probably the victim of a Mitsubishi A6M0 fighter from a Japanese aircraft carrier, Shikoku. Shikaku. Mason was posthumously awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross for his skill and his courage in battle. This is a black man, I suppose, right?
Highly doubtful.
Is this a black dude? It say something about he said he said the two ships were named by African Americans as a result of a letter sent to President Roosevelt by the NAACP in mid-November 1941. Entering service in 1944, the vessel was used to convoy duty in the Battle of the Atlantic and for the remainder of the war. Following the war, Mason was sold for scrap and broken up in 1947. Sure, it had to be had something to do with black because they wanted to get rid of that. They didn't want to keep no statues and no museums of that. Go ahead and break that down and get that out of here. Isn't that something? Well, gosh. I don't know, isn't that something? Well, there's more. You guys, we encourage you to do your own research. That picture actually that I referenced, it says sailors of the USS Mason commissioned at Boston Navy Yard 20 March 1944, proudly looking over the ship. This is an archive of the National Records Administration. So them is black men right there standing there looking at that ship, brother.
Yes, sir. Sharp than the son of a gun there, boy.
A son of a gun now. Well, hey, you know what? This was a wonderful episode. Would you please join us again, sir?
Oh, I'd love to. And for anybody in the FBA or Black Period who's deciding to join the Navy, there's actually two great bits of information that I'd like to give to you. Please, if you're looking for a little homework assignment, in 2004, there was a movie called Proud that actually details the mission of the USS Mason and her crew. And also, the United States, figuring that they were going to actually do a little bit of something, back in June 2001, actually commissioned the USS Mason again, DDG 87, which is ported in Norfolk, Virginia. So you might be able to serve on a little bit of history.
Is that the movie? That's the movie Proud right here, right? Hold on.
Yes, sir.
That's it right there.
That's the one.
Yep, that's the movie Proud right there for y'all. And what was the other one that you said?
Excellent movie.
And what was the other one that you said?
It's called Though the Heavens May Fall.
Okay. Is that it? Hold on, let me see what that is. Oh, it's a movie. Hold on. It's like a book. That one. Is that it?
Yep.
Boom. There y'all go. Visual reference, just so y'all can see the joint. But man,
Absolutely.
we appreciate it, man. You just filled my head with a whole bunch of stuff I didn't know about, and I like learning, sir. So I appreciate this episode and you joining us today. Please do come again.
Man, it's
Please
been a
do
pleasure.
that.
Thank you guys for allowing me onto your cast here. Thank you folks out there in internet land for allowing me into your homes. And yeah, man, LPBM for real, for
Hey,
real.
this might hold up. This might be the start of something, boy. The way you did that, you know that, right?
Trying to told you there, boy.
You know that, right?
Get
You
your
know you
schedule
might
ready now.
you might
We
have to
definitely
get.
got to do this again, man. Definitely got to do it again.
Well, I mean, or you might be doing it on your own with your own segment, sir. I think you can do it. I got faith in you.
I'm trying to told you, and that's what we
I
here
mean,
to
we
do now.
yeah, I'll co-host on your shit. Can I co-host on your program, bro?
Absolutely.
I co-host on your program, sir. Hey, and then for any other the viewers that feel like y'all got some information to disseminate to the family, you know our role. We ain't doing no foolishness over here. But if it is foolishness with a twist, if you can tie the foolishness into B1, I'm all with you.
I'm with you now.
Hey, there's different perspectives across this game. So, and this was one of them. This was a treat, y'all. I'm very excited, man. I'm very pleased that I had the opportunity to have you on my platform, fam. Man, this is what we need to. This is what we all need to do. This is real B1 and real B time right now, like for real. B time.
Yeah.
We on B time.
Yes.
That's your real CIT for the week, y'all.
Hey, and we out of here, man. First of all, you know what it is. Love, peace, blessings, and aloha. You know, the peace, this one and that one, keep both of them joints. Blessings, all of them. Be some, give some, and receive some. And Bossman said that we gotta declare anti-black racism a public health crisis all the time.
All the time.
And then don't go nowhere, Nightfall. We finna run the commercials and then we gonna chop it right after.
Roger that.
Peace.
Music TV.
Everybody know you get the money from that robbery before you went upstate. I told you motherfucker I got your money yet, man. Fuck you, man. You ain't got the money yet. Fuck you think you is, man. Motherfucking Ron O'Neal or something. What you gonna do? I'm supposed to be scared now because you got a pistol, motherfucker.
I got it. Look, I don't play with this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made with this shit. I slay with this shit. Been a lot of roads I done paved with this shit. Look, see, I don't play with this shit. You don't
Kyrie with the give and go. I get it cheap for the low. More snow than the Eskimo big birdies. Taking flight, change your life in one night. By 2 a.m. if you do it right. Up late like nigga night. Small fish, big appetite. Get an extra 4 if you whip it right. Got good gas and it's light bright. Got
He been hula hooping through loopholes, working round shit. You can count lava down, but you can't count them out, baby. Life give me lemons, I make lemon rain die. He been hula hooping through loopholes. I gotta go, gotta hustle to get it. If you ain't talking business, little shawty, you trip.
Hey, Ray Ray.
Hey Rihanna, hey girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the Putin. I know that might sound a little confusing. I had to say it for my own amusement. What I'm trying to say is, can we go cruising? Top down, blow some good gas, and listen.
Crunchy cream leaves, Keith, oil, premium bud. Man, I hustle in the street, but I'm a freak with the love.
Bring that ass over, tryna bring it back. I'm a big dog, tryna bring it back. I'ma slide in the way to bring it back. Let a nigga.
All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get
do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it.
Music TV.